Good morning, welcome back to Theme Park Thrills, where you join me outside of the entrance for Plopsaland De Panne, the first ever theme park that I visited outside of the UK. Now I say I, unfortunately Josh isn't here with me, he's working today, so he can join me here in Belgium today. Hopefully we'll get to this park at some point together. As you can see, a very nice entrance, a hotel over there, which we stayed in last night, and you've got a massive door over there as well, and the Ride to Happiness just behind it. I've got my dad behind the camera, so thank you for recording. So yeah, really looking forward to getting on. Obviously the Ride to Happiness, obviously a Mack Ride's spinning coaster. That's the main reason why we're here. You've got Heidi the Ride as well over there. Just like to point the camera, and also Anubis, but you can't see that from where we're standing as well. So we just had breakfast in the hotel. I think we've got about an hour and a half, maybe just less, before the park actually opens. Obviously we're going to go straight to Ride to Happiness. We'll probably get quite a few laps in on that before we go and do something else. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting on that ride. Supposedly one of the best rides in the world, so we'll let you know what it's like when we get down there. And yeah, here's the entrance then in a bit more of a detailed look. There's Ride to Happiness just over there. So we've still got a while until the park opens. Haven't seen anything testing yet, but I wasn't really expecting that. And yeah, you've got this massive door just here. It's a bit random, but it looks quite cool actually. And then you got these things, I don't really know what they're called. They look nice actually at night as well. Last night, the whole entrance and the bit of the park that we saw at night looked really good, and the hotel looks great as well, the Plopsa Hotel. So yeah, we're gonna go, hopefully head into the park pretty soon. Like I say, about an hour and a half, and then we'll be in the park and down to the Ride to Happiness. Well, with an hour to go until the park opens, thought we may as well come over here and have a little look at the Ride to Happiness, just over the fence. I'll see if I can reach over the fence. There you go. It looks amazing. Honestly, cannot wait to get on this coaster in hopefully about an hour, assuming it opens on time. And there's Heidi the Ride over there. You can actually walk underneath Heidi the Ride and kind of in and around the supports just over here, which we actually did do last night. Walked all the way through. It was lit up really nicely as well, so that was good. And yeah, basically just takes you all the way kind of back over there, which is really nice. I like how you can walk through the structure. Looking forward to getting on that as well. Of course, Anubis as well, which I don't think you can see from here, but of course we'll get on that probably a couple of times. I'm not expecting it to be too busy. It's a Monday that we're in the park today. The park hours are 10 till 5. So pretty good, and I'm expecting it to be fairly quiet, especially the Ride to Happiness. It doesn't usually get too long of a wait, which is of course very ideal. So we should get quite a lot of laps on there, hopefully. That is Props Aqua over there, obviously like a water park that's sort of in the hotel. We didn't go in there, but I have seen what it looks like, and it looks pretty good. So yeah, like I said, we stayed in the hotel last night, and it was good actually. It was really nice. But we just had to go back to the car to like drop stuff off, ready to go when the park shuts a little bit later. We're just spending one day in the park. It is just a one-day park. So yeah, that's why we're out here by the entrance. But I thought I may as well start it out here at the entrance before it gets busy. But we can actually obviously go into the hotel and into a little bit of the park, so that's what we're going to do, because we get let through a slightly different entrance to everyone else, hopefully right on 10 hopefully. So we'll go over there and we'll get down to the Ride to Happiness. So we've got about 30 minutes, so half an hour until the park opens, and we're just outside here. Oops, got my finger in the camera there. Yeah, obviously we came through the hotel, and you can come into this bit and then you can literally just go up to here. But you can get a nice view of the entrance here. Obviously the hotel looks really good from the outside actually, the hotel. And of course inside it's nice as well. I mean, in terms of the entrance, what I can see from here looks really good. You got this nice kind of little rivers thing here. You got Anubis as well, just behind the stage there. Obviously we'll check it out a little bit more when we actually allowed into the park. Little theatre as well, just there. So yeah, half an hour. We should be let through into the park. I can't see Ride to Happiness from here, so don't know if it's testing. Hopefully so. But I suppose we'll just find out in a little bit. Cannot wait to get on that ride. It's going to be epic. this station for the Ride to Happiness, and we're starting the day with a very right at the back row ride on this Mack Extreme Spinner. So the air gate should open at any minute. Really looking forward to this. Starting with what could be the best row on the ride, we don't know, but we'll see you when we get off the Ride to Happiness. Here comes Ride to Happiness. We've just had our very first ride, and wow, what a ride. We're going straight back round to get back in the queue. It is literally like walk on, but first impressions, what a crazy ride. I'll do more of a review when we go back round again, and when we've had like a couple more rides on it. We're on the back and it was crazy, but yeah, we're going straight back round to have another go. Happiness here at Plopsaland De Panne. We've just had 4 rides on it to start our day in about 20 minutes, so yeah, not bad at all. Literally a station wait. I don't even know where to start with that. Like, that is insane. By far the best coaster I've ever been on. I don't know what to say. I really don't. Obviously, like I said, it's a Mack Extreme Spinner coaster. Yeah, I genuinely, I'm actually quite lost for words because it's just insane. Honestly, some of the airtime you get towards the end, there's 2 like bunny hills towards the end, which is just like mad ejector airtime. Well, I mean, the start of the ride as well, the inversion, I'll show you it at some point in this video. I'll try and get lots of off-ride footage, but honestly, you go through it so slow, you get so much hang time, especially at the front. At the back, you get pulled through it a little bit more. The launches are great. The first one is so good. It actually got like quite a bit of kick to it as well. The fact that you're spinning as well adds to it for sure. And you kind of got this like top hat, or like prolonged top hat at the start, which again you get like mad ejector airtime at the top. Honestly, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. It's literally a station wait as well. So yeah, 4 rides in about 20-25 minutes. So yeah, it's not bad at all. We're getting loads more today. Like, that is an insane ride. The inversions as well, if you're facing like to left or right, it's quite difficult to explain really, but it basically feels like you're either doing a front flip or back flip depending on where you're facing, which again, it's just nothing that I've really experienced on a coaster. Again, the airtime's great, the inversions are great, the launches are great as well, and yeah, it's just an insane ride from start to finish. Here it comes. Honestly, it's so good. In terms of the area as well, I'll look around it a little bit more later, but it's a really nice area as well, all themed to Tomorrowland, which is a festival in Belgium, I think it is. So I'll put a picture of that in now. Once you see that, it kind of makes a little bit more sense of what the theme is for this ride. But yeah, it's called Tomorrowland. I think it's like a yearly festival in Belgium, so that's what it's themed to. Quite unique actually. But yeah, we've had 4 rides. I think we're going to have 1 more, and then we're going to head somewhere else in the park. So maybe Heidi the Ride or Anubis probably. Well, we are heading away from Ride to Happiness now, unfortunately. We have had 5 rides on it though to start our day. First of many anyway. Yeah, I cannot get over how good that ride is. I do prefer the front, I think. We got row 2, which effectively is sort of the front, because obviously it's spin, so it doesn't really matter between row 1 and 2. We're going to head over to Heidi the Ride now, which is just behind the trees. Hopefully it's not a long wait. It shouldn't be. We didn't wait too long for Ride to Happiness. A little bit longer the 5th time, but still not too bad. There's more than worth it anyway, that's for sure. Really good ride. And yeah, so this is a GCI wooden coaster, obviously the same type as Wicker Man. Been at the park for a good few years. So yeah, looking forward to checking this out. I think it's themed around goats, so a little bit different. We'll go and check that out and give this a ride. We'll just come off Heidi the ride here at Plopsaland De Panne. We were on row 6, I think it is. I think there's 6 rows. So right at the back, it was a back row ride. And it was pretty good. You got some little bits of airtime here and there, some good drops and turns. It wasn't that intense, but it was alright really for kind of just a small wooden ride. I think it fits in quite well with the park really. It's like a nice kind of family sort of ride that anyone can really go on and enjoy. So not as good as Wicker Man at Alton Towers, I don't think, but I still enjoyed it. And yeah, it's just a nice ride at this park. So we've still got Anubis to try. We might do that a little bit later. Obviously that's another big ride at the park. But we might try and do like some of the smaller rides, like a log flume, or one of the just a small like Mack powered rides, like the Runaway Mine Train at Alton Towers, something like that. But yeah, we'll see what we're doing. There isn't like an app for queue times or anything like that. But yeah, we'll just go. It's quite a quiet day. We'll just go and see what we're doing next. But Heidi the ride was pretty good there, just behind me. Right, we're going on this now. I'm not actually going to try and pronounce that because I don't know how to say it. But it's just a small Mack powered coaster, another Mack ride at the park. It's the same as the Flying Fish at Fort Park and Runaway Mine Train at Alton Towers. So nothing too much, but may as well give it a go. It's a new coaster cred as well, so might as well. And then we'll try and get on something else after this. The log flume, just over there, you can see it going. It's not open yet, but it's testing, so if that opens we might do that at some point as well. Quite a nice queue line though. The whole park is really well themed actually. It just feels really nice and fresh and like just nicely kind of kept tidy, unlike quite a lot of parks in the UK, unfortunately. Well, straight on to this ride. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, straight on mid-train, but that's all right. Hopefully we'll get a few laps, I would have thought. Usually do on these types of rides. Nice station as well. Well, Dino Splash opens at 12 o'clock, it says on the sign there, so we might do that a little bit later. So that's not long, that's like 15 minutes away, I think. And yeah, just had a ride on that thing just there, which is pretty good. And I'm not sure where we're heading next. I might have just opened, I'm not sure. There's people going down the queue line. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be good if they had cue boards out the front saying if something was open or closed. I don't know, well, we could have a little look, but we might go back to Ride Happiness anyway. But yeah, it was a good ride there. We got sent around twice, which is good. It smelled of barbecue, like barbecues in the station, which was nice. Yeah. Well, there goes Ride Happiness. Yeah, Dino Splash isn't open quite yet, so we're going to head back to this Mack Ride spinning coaster. Right, so yeah, looking forward to getting back on this again. We'll try to do Dino Splash at some point now. I do like how it goes over the lake quite a bit, Ride Happiness. Very nice theme. And it looks really impressive as well. It's quite tall actually. There goes a pirate ship over the water there, it looks quite good. And yeah, like I was saying, it's nice how Ride Happiness goes all over the water, and you can get some good shots of it actually on this pathway just here, like going up into there. I'll make sure to get some off-road footage from like around here a little bit later on. Yeah, really nice park actually, Plopsaland De Panne, and it's got a world-class ride here in the Ride Happiness. Well, unfortunately the Ride Happiness has gone down for a bit, it's closed, but we have, well, I've got 9 rides already, so it's not bad. I'm sure it'll reopen at some point, hopefully soon. So yeah, it's gone down just a couple of minutes ago to Ride Happiness, which is a bit of a shame, but to be honest, we've already got on here 9 times and it's only midday. I'm sure it'll reopen again soon. We would have waited about, but like I said, we've got on it a lot, and when it reopens, we'll get on it lots again, so it's not really a problem, to be honest. But what a ride, honestly, it's intense as well, like, it is really intense. The airtime is, like, I've never experienced airtime like this on the Ride Happiness. It, like, my legs genuinely hurt from the kind of the ejected airtime that you get on this ride. It's by far the #1 coaster on my list. Beats Hyperia, which is a bit of a shame because I do like Hyperia, but there we go. You can't deny that this is a better ride though. It's really good. I absolutely love it. So we're gonna go and head on to, no we're not, Dino Splash. I was gonna say Anubis, but I think we might do that after lunch. Yeah, Dino Splash is like a log flume sort of thing, so we thought we'd do that before then, probably having a bit of lunch after that, and then we'll see what we're doing after we have some lunch. Right, time for Dino Splash then, the log flume. Straight away, the queue line looks really good actually. The dinosaurs. And all the queue lines actually have been really good at the park. All the theming around the park has been really good as well. So, quite impressed with Plopsaland De Panne. I'm looking forward to get on Anubis as well, to see what that's like in a bit. Hopefully you don't get too wet on here. Although it is quite warm today, so probably dry off pretty quickly. I don't think you do though, but I suppose we'll find out. Should we cross the bridge? Well, I like how you have to cross this bridge here, and here comes a boat. Looks alright, to be honest. The main drop is, I think it's over there, the main drop. Yeah, I don't know how wet you get. I don't think it's too bad. But it's obviously all themed around dinosaurs and, well, a big volcano. Yeah, it looks really good, actually. It's like 25 degrees today, so even if we do get soaked, we should dry off pretty quick. So once we eat our lunch, we'll dry off, I guess. So it should be alright. It didn't look like they got too wet anyway. So nice queue line. So just come off Dino Splash just there, obviously the log flume here at the park, and it was actually really good. I think the theming of it was really good. Obviously it's themed around dinosaurs and like volcano. I think the first part of it was very like kind of jungly, like you're going through the jungle, which I've just said, which is really nice actually. Yeah, it was like quite fresh, and it had some mist as well, which is good. Then you made your way up the first lift hill. Ride Happiness has reopened. That's what we like to see. Then you make your way up the first lift hill, and you're kind of in these volcanoes, which is really good. It didn't have any mist there or any smoke. I think that would have been quite good if you could have had some of that. But the rest of the ride was really good. Again, dinosaurs, more volcanoes. She had a little bit of an indoor section, which with some nice red lighting as well, which was good. So really enjoyable. It didn't get too wet as well, just a nice sprinkling as well, which for today is ideal really. Like, it's quite warm, but I didn't want to get soaked. So yeah, it was a nice balance in between. I'd happily go back on there again later. It's a nice ride for, again, all ages. And this park really is more of a family park. That's why, you know, Ride Happiness doesn't really get much of a queue, because yeah, it's a family park really. It is also a Monday, so it's pretty quiet. But yeah, it's a really nice park overall, and we'll have some lunch. Just gonna order some, and I'll show you what we got, and then we'll head on to probably Anubis, something like that, and then probably Ride Happiness again, because why wouldn't I? Right, so we just had some lunch there. I had hot dog with some like caramelised onions in it, which is pretty good. It's better than the hot dogs Fort Park do, to be honest. I mean, they're alright, but that was quite nice. And I had 3 rides as well, just after that, on Ride Happiness, straight after my hot dog. Still don't feel sick, to be honest. Like, I wasn't sure, with it obviously being a spinning coaster, if it would make you feel sick or anything like that. Personally, I don't find that, so if you're put off by the Ride Happiness for that reason, then I would say don't be, to be honest, because it's not that bad. Even after having a hot dog. So heading over to Anubis now. Obviously it gets our launch coaster. Apparently the launch on this ride is pretty like has a lot of kick to it. It's a rolling launch, which basically means you don't stop and then launch, you just go straight into it, and then yeah, you're off. And apparently it's quite a good launch, so looking forward to trying this out, and hopefully it's not too rough. I don't think it's meant to be, from what I've heard anyway. Obviously some Gerstau coasters like the Smiler and Sorta ride are quite rough, but hopefully this should be alright. So I suppose we'll find out. But yeah, we'll go and head over to Anubis now. Well, we've got a little kind of car ride here, or like a tractor ride actually by the looks of it. And a little fact, not anymore, but it used to have live goats, like proper goats in there, just roaming around the ride area. But I think they must have got rid of them for whatever reason, I don't know why. Right, after trying to find Anubis, I think we're here, though we can't actually see the entrance anywhere. But, well, we're obviously close because we can see all the track. Sort of hidden away a little bit, Anubis, actually. But I suppose that might add to the theme a little bit. I don't even know where we are, but hopefully we'll find the entrance at some point and we can get on this. I'll pretty much walk on here in the station for Anubis. So looking forward to this, that's good. Nice queue line as well. So I'll try and put in some off-road footage if I can get some, and we'll see you when we're on. front row ride there on Anubis. Obviously my first ever time on there, so a new coaster credit again. I think I've got like 4 new coaster credits in this trip to Plopsaland De Panne, and that was quite good. Good little coaster there. Obviously the launch was actually really snappy. I can see what people mean. Rolling launch, so you kind of drop down to the right just a little bit, so not a big drop, and then yeah, you're off. It's quite like a short launch, but it's got quite a bit of kick to it, and you kind of go up into a bit of a top hat. A couple of inversions, I think it was like 3 from what I counted on the ride. In terms of how it rides as well, it was pretty smooth actually. There was a couple moments of like where there was a bit of a jolt. There's like a mid-course brake run as well, that sort of jolted you forward as well, but overall it was pretty good. Yeah, smooth, much smoother than Soar and the Smiler as well, obviously 2 other Gerstau coasters. I enjoyed it. I think I preferred that one slightly to Heidi the Ride in my opinion, because obviously they're kind of like on par I'd say. But yeah, I think I preferred the Anubis just a little bit there. I think it would benefit from lap bars. Obviously Soar and the Smiler both have over the shoulder restraints there, and another ride that would benefit from lap bars, and I think this would too. But overall a good ride on Anubis there. So there's Anubis, which we just went on, and now we're going on Super Splash. So this is like, I don't know if this counts as a coaster cred. I think some people debate it quite a bit, and I'm not really sure. I have to decide. But yeah, essentially it's kind of like a water ride slash sort of a coaster. So I'll show you a little bit of it when we actually get off. Hopefully we don't get too wet. Doesn't look like you do, to be honest. It looks more like the water goes out to the sides. I suppose we're about to find out. Oh, here comes Super Splash after we just had our ride. Didn't get, well, we did get quite wet actually. Borderline too wet. It's not as bad as like tidal waves where you do literally get drenched. Yeah, I'm a bit more wet than I was on Dino Splash, but still not too bad. I think we're gonna have to go and dry off on the Ride to Happiness though, so that's the next stop. Yeah, it's quite good. I think it could do some theming around the end, because you are just kind of slowly coming back towards like the station. Has a few like fountain things, but that's about it really. Yeah, could do with something else I think. But overall it was pretty good. And well, let me know in the comments, do you think it's a coaster or is it not? I personally wouldn't count it as a coaster credit, but I'm sure some people might do.
Today, love tomorrow, unite forever.
Well, I said in the last clip that we were going back to Ride to Happiness to dry off after the water ride that we did. And we went back and I think I did 8 rides on it maybe, or 7 maybe. So quite a lot. In total I think I've got about 22 or 23 rides on the Ride to Happiness today. To be honest, I've started to lose count towards the end of the day, but it is around that. So we did pretty well. It's been really quiet today. We got on Anubis as well again, so we got 2 rides on there. Obviously we got on Heidi the Ride as well, and then a couple of water rides as well. So I'm going to wrap this vlog up when we kind of get back towards the car, and then yeah, I'll do obviously the outro and everything like that. But it's been a great day at Plopsaland De Panne, the first ever theme park outside of the UK, hopefully the first of many. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it and really impressed by the park, and the Ride to Happiness is amazing. Well, you're probably a bit surprised to see me here back home after my trip to Plopsaland De Panne. That's because I forgot to record an outro yesterday when we were leaving. I realised like halfway when we were driving back, but I thought I'd just record one the next day here back home. And yeah, that does wrap up what's been a fantastic day slash trip to Plopsaland De Panne. Obviously we stayed in the hotel, that was really good. But obviously the day that we spent there yesterday at the time of recording was great. It was really quiet. It was a Monday, so yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be too busy. To be honest, I don't think that park gets too busy like at all, to be honest, especially like the big rides, because it's more of a family park. Yeah, it doesn't really get that too many queues. I think the longest we waited was maybe like 15 minutes for Heidi the ride, I think, 15-20. And yeah, so I mean that was a good ride, Heidi the ride. Obviously the wooden coaster, I don't know, I was expecting it to be a bit better. Like, I definitely prefer Wicker Man at Bottom Towers, but it's a good fun ride and fits in with the park quite well. Obviously we had Anubis as well, we did that twice. That was a good Gerstlauer launch coaster. The launch on that was really snappy actually, and then yeah, the rest of the coaster was good too. I probably did prefer that to Soar, another Gerstlauer coaster. I think I prefer the Smiler though, in terms of like all the Gerstlauers I've been on. And then of course you got the Ride to Happiness, which honestly was so good to get on that coaster, and words can't describe just how good that ride is. If you haven't gone to Plopsaland De Panne to get on the Ride to Happiness, you need to make sure that you do, because honestly it's so worth it. It took like 4 to 5 hours to get there and back, but it was worth it. Literally for one ride on the Ride to Happiness, it's worth it. But we got like 24 I think I got in the end. Like, it was pretty much a station wait all day, which was brilliant. Like, it's such a good ride. The elements on it, even if it was just a normal kind of face forward coaster, it'd still be a great ride, but the fact that you're spinning obviously just makes it. So yeah, if you haven't experienced Ride to Happiness, I highly recommend it. It's one of the best rides anywhere in the world, and I haven't even done that many rides in the world, but I can see why that would be right up there with the top coasters in the world. So yeah, in terms of the park as well, it's a really nice park. Definitely had like a European feel about it. All the theming was nicely done. There's better parks out there in Europe with better theming, but all of it was done really well. The parking just in general was kept up like really well maintained, which is something we don't really get in the UK. Unfortunately, we sort of just leave things and it just gets worse and worse. But no, Plopsaland was really good for that. It just felt really fresh, and it's a really good park. Like I say, it's a family park, so you had a good mix of attractions, a lot of smaller kind of kids coasters and rides, things like that. But then of course you got some of the thrill ones for people like me and a lot of coaster enthusiasts, I'm sure. But yeah, if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Not long until Europa Park. Obviously that'll be our second ever theme park outside the UK. First for Josh. We do need to get Josh on the Ride to Happiness, so I'm sure we'll be going back at some point fairly soon, because it's more than worth it, and it's quite an easy drive as well. So yeah, we need to get Josh out there and on the Ride to Happiness. But we are going to Europa Park soon, where we'll get on Voltron Nevera. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.